Lewis Hamilton retirement exclusive: what F1 star will do when Mercedes deals in 2020. That is the opinion of motorsport expert Tony Jardine, who says the Brit's love of racing will help stave off retirement. Is widely regarded as one of the finest talents in F1 history, with 5 World Drivers' Championships testament to his prowess. His success in 2018 underlined his ability as he pulled away from closest rival Sebastian Vettel of Ferrari. But fans across the planet are all too aware of Hamilton's advancing years and desire to enjoy life away from the track. The 33-year-old has already ventured into the world of fashion and is eager to make waves in the music industry as well. While at the FIA's end of season awards, he admitted he faces a dilemma over when to call time on his career. Hamilton, though, is contracted to Mercedes for another 2 years, having signed a new multi-million-pound contract in July. And Jardine, who worked with Goodyear, Brabham, McLaren and Lotus N, has dismissed fears the Stevenage-born ace might retire in 2020. I personally think that he's one of the guys that as he gets older, he gets better, Jardine exclusively told Express Sport. I just think at 35, that's still absolutely fine. You have to look at Damon Hill and Nigel Mansell, they were up into 38, 39. That's a bit past it now, and even Michael Schumacher was back in at 38. I still think he will be absolutely in his prime, and his quote for me was, "I was born to race and win." That's what he does. No matter how much he loves his fashion and his music and all those other things, I think it would be a big chunk out of his life. So, in these 2 years, if things go really well, I can see him signing for another 2 after that. Hamilton has seen former McLaren teammate leave F1 behind this year as he pursues motorsport's Triple Crown. However, Jardine does not envisage Hamilton targeting Indianapolis 500 or 24 Hours of Le Mans glory to add to his success at the Monaco Grand Prix. It's easy to say, but trying to look into the old, big crystal ball and work it out, I just can't see him going off and stopping, Jardine said. And I certainly can't see him going off, as much as he loves America, I certainly can't see him going off and doing IndyCar or NASCAR or anything like that, because they're just not on the same level as Formula One. Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport worldwide. Next news: Verstappen, Hamilton only better because of Mercedes. Max Verstappen says a host of Formula One's top drivers could have emulated the recent feats of Lewis Hamilton if they had the Britain's all-conquering Mercedes car at their disposal. Hamilton has been crowned world champion in 4 of the last 5 seasons, while closing in on many statistical records set by the great Michael Schumacher in the process. Only Schumacher stands ahead of Hamilton in terms of world titles, 7-5, and Grand Prix victories, 91-73, after a dominant run which has seen Hamilton win 51 of the 100 races to have taken place in the V6 hybrid era to date. Verstappen has made a huge impact on F1 since debuting in 2015, and switching to Red Bull a little over a year later. But the Dutchman has just 5 race wins to his name, as Renault's power deficit has hampered Red Bull badly. With Red Bull hoping a switch to Honda can bridge the gap, Verstappen suggested Hamilton might not have built such a sparkling CV if machinery had been equal in recent years. Verstappen told Formula One, "I think Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Daniel Ricciardo and I could just as easily be champion with such a car. When I see onboard images, I think Mercedes has not even gone full throttle in many races. Mercedes made moves to try and sign Verstappen in 2017, having previously seen him sign to Red Bull's junior program ahead of them. The Dutchman says he would prefer not to team with the likes of Hamilton and Vettel at this stage of his career, suggesting he values the standing he holds within Red Bull currently. Next news: Verstappen the perfect teammate for Gasly. When I think of my own career, it is not convenient to sit next to Hamilton or Vettel right now. Although I would absolutely do it if I had no other choice. I believe that with Red Bull I can also become champion, as long as we have the right package together. Pierre Gasly has no trepidation as he prepares to partner Max Verstappen at Red Bull next year, and says measuring himself against the Dutchman provides him the perfect chance to prove exactly how good he is after serving his apprenticeship at Toro Rosso. Daniel Ricciardo's departure opened the door for Gasly to make his Red Bull graduation after several years in the team's junior program. Reports suggested that the Australian's exit was partly fueled by the team beginning to put more stock into Verstappen's efforts, although he later claimed it had not had a bearing on his decision. Dr. Helmut Marko has said that Gasly and Verstappen will start the season on an even keel, something the Frenchman is looking forward to with relish. He said, "I get on with Max, except when he beats me on FIFA, but all the rest is fine. We have a really good friendship together with a lot of respect, and we've known each other many years, so everything is good. It is not like I have nothing to lose, but I have a good opportunity to show great things. I know the speed I have and I know the experience, and I know I am going to keep getting better and better." It will be my first season with the team, so there will be quite a few things to learn and get used to, but I see it as a great opportunity. Max is probably one of the most talented on the grid at the moment, so to be next to someone like this is always a good opportunity to show I have good potential. I am really excited for next year, and hopefully we can have a good car and fight towards the top of the rankings. Next news: Verstappen to get hands on Honda-powered Red Bull for first time. Max Verstappen will get his hands on a Honda-powered Red Bull for the first time this week when he heads to the team's Milton Keynes HQ for simulator runs with next year's machinery. All eyes will be on whether Red Bull can maintain, or even improve, their standing on the grid with the Japanese marque on board next year. Red Bull got something of a head start on 2019 as Toro Rosso demoed several engine parts in the closing stages of the 2018 campaign, gaining crucial data as plans for next year become crystallized. The team will not know for sure how the partnership will work until the car is on track in Barcelona for pre-season testing. However, Verstappen may well have a decent idea after getting a run in the simulator under his belt. "I am going to sit there in the simulator, it will be the first time with Honda," Verstappen told Service TV. "Everything is going very smoothly and everyone is looking forward to the first year with Honda. At the factory I feel that everyone is even more motivated than before." Only Lewis Hamilton outscored Verstappen in the latter stages of the season as the Dutchman surged up to fourth in the championship, having struggled for points in the early rounds of the campaign. Next news: how Verstappen's China, Monaco nightmares inspired 2018 surge. Max Verstappen says his dismal start to 2018 benefited him in the long run, helping him to become stronger in a superb second half of the campaign. Verstappen ended the year widely regarded as Formula One's second best performer behind world champion Lewis Hamilton. Only Hamilton outscored Verstappen in the latter stages of the year, which saw the Red Bull man take to the podium in 6 of the final 7 races of 2018. Any faint title hopes for the Dutchman were effectively extinguished after the year's first 6 races, which saw Verstappen either make contact with another driver or the barriers each time. Things came to a head in Monaco, where a crash in FP3 put him out of the fight for honours won from pole by his Red Bull teammate Daniel Ricciardo. That error drew the ire of Red Bull chief Dr. Helmut Marko, but Verstappen says he was able to turn the negative into motivation for the rest of the year. The first 6 races weren't exactly positive, but I learned a lot, Verstappen said. It definitely helped in the later races. All my life I worked together with my dad, and he is very tough too. Ultimately, that's a good thing. It brought me to F1, of course with the support of Red Bull and Helmut. But you have to stay critical, and that was necessary after those weekends in China and Monaco. We talked about it. These things can't happen, but sometimes you need to go through it to become stronger. Pressure is on Verstappen to deliver in 2019, with Red Bull predicting big things from their new partnership with Honda. He added, "It's difficult to say as we don't know what the others are doing. From our end, things are positive and everybody is really motivated. That's important and wonderful to see." Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.